My name is Mike Isagawa, and I am the U.S. reporter for EarthshotTV. Today, we're talking to a company called Pie Systems. Pie Systems creates a digital platform that makes claiming VAT refunds simple, fast, and secure. They're providing a solution for tourists and merchants fit for the modern world.
Hi, my name's Sunny. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Pie Systems. So we started Pie Systems in 2018 really to solve a problem that some of us had experienced personally. So we had done travels before, lucky enough to travel to countries around the world, and buying stuff and then getting tax-free really wasn't super easy. You had paper forms, you had to wait in line, and then we discovered that there was this huge fee that no one told you about until you got your money back. So being engineers, we were like, oh, we could probably figure something out, maybe make it digital. And the more we looked into the market, the more we understood that there really was a need. When we talked to stores, they said that they didn't really like the existing solutions. When we would talk to tourists, being a tourist ourselves, we saw all of the issues at the airport, people waiting in line. So then we set about designing the first version of the app. And as we moved forward, we really appreciated how much of a need there was, how big this market really was. And we got our start in Denmark, one of the most beautiful countries that we visited. They've got a decent number of tourists that go there. They've got the Little Mermaid. And after talking with their store owners, they absolutely loved it. They said, why didn't you introduce this 10 years ago? Very digital, very forward thinking. And that was 3 years ago. And here we are today, still building out the Nordics and expanding across the world. So specifically the product today, it's two components. The first one is for stores that we work with. So stores will have a very simple login that they can do to create orders when someone buys tax-free. For the user side, it's an app that they can download. They can use that to claim the order that the stores create, and then everything else is just straight through the app. Any verification, identification, receipt images, things like that. It takes about 30 seconds to do a tax-free return, and we get your money back almost instantly. So the first one was really getting the product market fit. So when we first approached the problem, we actually had a hardware solution, believe it or not. And after a few rounds talking with stores, talking with investors, it turns out hardware is hard for a reason. And so that was our first challenge. How do we convert that to a software solution that's easily scalable, easily distributable? The second challenge was, like any remote first team, obviously there's no tax-free in the US, so we had to launch in Europe. Being in Silicon Valley, there was the physical distance of having a remote team and having to launch a business remote. And as we've been growing across the Nordics and across Asia, it's only amplified. And I think the third one is really being able to scale rapidly to really meet customer demands. Now that customers are more accustomed to our solution, stores and tourists, they've started asking for what's next, right?
Hi, I'm Dominic Sheehy. I'm a co-founder at Pie Systems. Some of the challenges is that it's a huge ingrained industry, so we're at an uphill battle, just kind of like educating the stores as well as the tourists that have been doing the same process for 20, 30 years, which is a huge problem. Every country is operating completely differently, so you have countries that have no digital expertise whatsoever, and then some countries that are fully digital.
My name is Alan Savage. I'm a senior software engineer here at Pie Systems. It's an industry that's kind of behind the times, and we really have a huge opportunity here to bring it into the 21st century and make people's lives a little bit better.
株式会社パイシステムズジャパンの CEO 水野と申します。なぜパイシステムズに入ったか。一つ大きな理由はですね、このサービス提供しているプロダクトそのものが日本の法規制やお客様の生活を著しく改善できると思ったからです。導入実績は、7月から正式にサービスをローンチしてから中小加盟店さんの数でいうともうすでに100件以上を超えておりまして、つい先日ですけれどもショッピングモールのアクアシティさんへの免税カウンター導入がローンチしましてサービス開始しております。4ヶ月で順調に成長しております。日本の免税市場ですが過去10年ぐらい遡ってみましても年々大きな市場に成長してきております。ただ過去2年ぐらいはパンデミックの影響で訪日外国人観光客の方々の出入りも難しくなっていることから免税市場自体は小さくはなっていますが今後またこれが国が開けた時にはさらに加速して大きくなっていくものと思っています。
So we've got a lot in store. So now thinking about the tax-free market, that is almost $100 billion a year. And building a great solution there is just step one. I think when you think about the overall tourist experience, there's a lot more. Right? You've got shopping, which we're working to cover. Then you've got food, you've got cultural activities, you've got transportation, you've got payments. And I think there's so much lacking in that space for tourists to use as a tool while they're in-country traveling. While they're there for that week, you want to make it as magical, as enriching for them as possible. And that's kind of where we want to go.